live stream fishing rooster tails, in this case an inline rooster tail right here. It's the copper variant with a chartreuse coloring, and I'm using the Handing Magic L rod right here and the Kingfisher Feather Flight Kingfisher. And well, let's see how it goes. Hadn't done one of these in a while where I'm actually doing it live. Normally I've been just rebroadcasting it and kind of seeing how it goes. So let's see how it goes. Okay, it's 70 degrees. It's December 29, and I'm in short sleeves here in the great state of Texas. Normally it's a lot colder than this, but luckily, well, it's not so cold today. So let's kind of work our way over to the different ponds that are out here, and let's see what happens. All right. Yeah, and I hadn't fished here in a while, mainly just for some trout that they did stock earlier, but well, unfortunately, I struck out over there on trout. But maybe there might be a fish or two here shortly. Let's just kind of find a spot to cast. I may have to dial this in a little bit too. Well, maybe not. I think it may be set pretty good. All right, let's try over here. Oh yeah, it's casting. All right, nice. Just kind of work it slow. Main thing I want to do is just have that spinner blade moving. So let's see how it goes. All right, nice, good cast. Little 1/16 ounce rooster tail on the Magic L Flight Feather. And oh no, I thought I had a tap there. And temperature is about 70 degrees, so it's warmer than normal here. But maybe the fish will be biting them. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's a hit. There's a hit right there, right off the bat. Cool beans. Got him on the rooster tail inline spinner, 2-pound test. Okay. All right. First fish of the day on a rooster tail inline spinner. It's the copper one. Copper. Okay. There it is. First fish of the day. Let's see. Go ahead and get him off, and let's get him back in the water so he can maybe get bigger. What do you say? Oh, bear with me. Let me get my forceps out. Okay. All right, there it is. Not bad. 1/16 ounce bait finesse fishing gear, BFS fishing gear. That's the name of the game this round. And 70-degree temps. Looks like the bass want to play today. All right, first fish of the day is a bass. And you can see here I'm just using this little 4.5-foot ultralight rod and this Kingfisher Flight Feather, 2-pound test line, Stren mono. And it's a slight chill in the air though with that wind blowing. Water's fairly clear. I got my polarized glasses so I can see pretty good. Get some good distance on this bait caster. Oh, it looks like we got some folks in the chat. Let me stop real quick and see if anyone's got we'll see if anyone's got a question or two, so bear with me. It's a one-man show here. It's live streaming from my Android phone. All right, howdy, how's it going? What's the wind speed and direction? I'd say it's coming from a southwesterly direction, maybe about a little bit less than 5 knots maybe. What's the bait? I'm using a lure. It's the rooster tail inline spinner. All right, and yeah, let's see if we can get another bass on the line here at Bethany Lakes in the city of Allen in Texas, just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if you're not able to stay the whole live stream, I will edit this and rebroadcast it with an edited version, taking out all the slow stuff and maybe sticking with the action stuff. All right. Oh, there's a temp. All right. We got some interested bass. Looks like they're just hanging out maybe a little bit further from the bank. That last one was maybe about 20 feet or so. This one hit maybe about 15 feet out. Depth though is probably about maybe 3-4 feet. It's not a very deep pond at all. Okay. All right, I'm seeing some more comments in the chat. Bear with me. Let me go check it out. What do we got? Oh, I already answered that one. It's a inline rooster tail right there. Chartreuse and copper blade. And so far I got one bass and one swing and a miss. Looks like he swiped it, but I was not able to connect on him. Okay. And we just kind of work the pond here and just see how it goes. Don't have much time, so this is more of a quick trip. Just kind of flexing the legs or the thumb here. Enjoying some time on a really nice day, very nice day. Unusually warm here in our city of Allen. All right, let's go walk around here. Did get a bunch of rain recently, so water levels are up, and we did hit Denison Dam yesterday. Ended up catching little catfish. Had some hits, but we didn't connect. But we did see other folks connecting on some striped bass out there. Generation schedule has been around about 4:30 to about I think 9 o'clock. And right now we're just kind of pond fishing. I mean, look at this, a very sunny day. Yesterday was cold and overcast with a little drizzle here and there. This morning we had some fog, but bottom line, it's a nice day right now. Okay, it looks like we got some more comments coming in the chat. I'll answer those here in a moment. Just bear with me. Let me finish this retrieve. Okay. And let's see. Okay, no green pumpkin crawdads on the float bait. No, I'm just going out with one lure. When I do these quick trips, I go out with one, in this case, just a inline rooster tail, 1/16 ounce, 2-pound test on this ultralight bait casting gear. And it's kind of amazing how you can cast far like so on bait casting gear, but this equipment's made for it, so hey, it's fun. Especially the ultralight piece, as well as I've noticed that these heavily pressured ponds, typically these bass and whatnot, do not see that many ultralight gear or ultralight lures. So sometimes your hookup rate's a lot better than your standard size lures. All right, anybody out there this season been going out doing a little bait finesse style fishing? Over there at the other pond, just over there past the playground set, that is where they stock trout. There should be some trout still there, but I've not been able to connect with them. They're pretty much about this time of the stocking, about the 4th week, I think. After, you pretty much want to go with some dry flies and fish that evening bite. All right, so right now, one bass. Okay, let's go and cast back out here where we missed that one earlier. Let's try right there. Let's see what we got. It's just steady retrieve, nothing fancy. We'll let the lure do the work. Come on, Mr. Bass. Meet Mr. Rooster Tail. All right, let's keep walking the bank. See, it's kind of muddy, wet here and there. I do see the back pond where I've fished it previously is looking real good. Let's see, can you show how you use one of those reels? Well, in this case, it's just a bait caster. It's just really the main thing is I'm adjusting the brake as well as the spool tension to handle the lure that I'm using. If I'm going with some 1/6 or 1 gram trout magnets, there's a little bit more tweaking that I have to do with it. In the case of a 1/16 ounce rooster tail, I find, let's see, I think I've been setting that one, about 20 on the brakes, and the spool tension's fairly tight. And I don't put a lot of line on these particularly this one, mainly because if I do get a backlash, I can undo it fairly quickly, and at the same time I can take advantage of a lighter spool, and that allows me to cast a little bit easier having less line on the reel, because it does make it around the spool, because it does make it lighter. But I am getting a slight overrun here, so when that happens, I'll kind of just yank it out there, and then I'll walk it back just to clear the line, okay? And then I'll come back again, all right? I do have several other bait finesse gear. The Casting Zephyr, one with the reel clicker, one without the reel clicker. Then I've got two Shimano reels, the Corrado BFS as well as the Scorpion BFS, and both of those are some pretty good ones. I do like those mainly because I can take them out in salt water. Those are good for salt water. I just wash them off, treat them well and whatnot. These other ones I mainly just stick with fresh water. All right, okay, look at that cast, pretty good cast there. 2-pound test line, 1/16 ounce on these bait finesse gear. All right, and I'm hoping that everyone had a good Christmas, and that this upcoming new year you're having a, well, 2025 hopefully is going to be another good year for you. 2024 has been good for me so far, especially been able to come out here on a, well, December afternoon in short sleeve weather when it's typically a lot colder than that. Okay, let's see if there's any more comments coming in. I never knew how to use a bait caster. Oh, you just got to play it by ear. Educate the thumb. That's the main thing. Educate the thumb. All right. Okay. And really, it's educating the thumb and getting the brakes as well as the spool tension set, and you should be good to go. I think I've done one video where I showed how I set them, but you can see some other ones out there. But the main thing is right here, when you release the spool and let it go, it'll hit the ground, and you see how I kind of barely touched it, but it didn't overrun. That's when I know I've got it set. At least the spool tension is good. It's not overrunning. And then I'll adjust the brake so it doesn't overrun. And then I'll cast it out. If it goes too much to the left, I'll give it less brake. If it has too much to the right, I'll give it more brake. Okay? And then after that, it's all just thumb education. All right, so one bass, one miss. All right, let's go over here. Let's try this back pond area. Water's up, so that means, well, maybe the bass will start coming into the shallows like they used to in the summer. Did had a fair amount of range yesterday. Oh yeah, in fact, it's over the banks over here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, let's go walk the pond here. Yeah, look at that. It's over the banks. I'm gonna have to stand off a little bit. All right, we'll stand off, and maybe we might be able to get one of these guys to strike. All right, let's just kind of situate ourselves right about here. Give it a Yankee, and let's see what happens. Maybe we might get one of these bass that's kind of cruising the shallow area, especially since the, well, it's over the previous bank. Okay, let's back it out here to the left a little bit. You can see where it's overrun up on the trees now. There's a hit. There's a hit. Oh, and he's fairly close. I'd say maybe about 10 feet from the bank. All right, let's bring him in. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a catfish. That's Mr. Catfish, not Mr. Bass. Let's go walk it back. Walk it back. Oh, no, it's a bass. It's a bass. All right, and you see how I caught him fairly shallow. All right. Nice size one, too. Gotta be careful, 2-pound test, so hey, don't want to break the line. And since I got him on the jaw area, that's a good sign that I got a chance to, oh yeah, he's a nice one. Oh, he's maybe like 15, 16 inch. Let's see, let's mark it here. On the butt of there, it's coming up to that, just above this little 2 gray line thing on the pole. So I'm just gonna have to check that out later. But let's go ahead and get them off the line. And well, let's get them back in so he can get bigger. As we take advantage of a 70-degree weather day. There you go. Ooh, I like that sound. Big splash, big splash. Nice. All right, well, it's one of the reasons why I like this bait finesse gear is being able to cast these ultralight lures, smaller lures, and getting some decent hook sets. Let's see. I don't see any other questions coming up. Okay, we'll keep going. All right, so yeah, right here, been able to fish a shallow area that's been recently flooded and got a decent bass. Maybe there's another one out here lurking. Okay, and that one was about maybe 10 feet off the bank. Let's see if there's his buddy out here. That's a nice hit. That was pretty fun, wasn't it? Especially on this ultralight gear. Okay. Do see some other guys out here fishing, so it's a heavily pressured pond, and I don't really see too many other folks coming out with ultralight gear, so that kind of gives me sort of an advantage. And let's just well, let's keep working it here. Okay, and this one is a copper bladed rooster tail inline spinner. All right, we'll just kind of slow the action down a little bit and see. No. All right, let's walk the bank a little bit more. All right, so 2 bass and 1 missed bass. I suspect it was a bass. Didn't see it, but it sure did feel like one hitting. So let's just say it was a bass. Well, we'll just say it's a fish. 2 bass and 1 missed fish. Come on, come on. Water's clear. Got my polarized glasses, so I can gotta eye my lure as it goes through the water. Oh, I got me a backlash. Oh, bummer, bummer. Let's get that out real quick before somebody hits it. So yeah, it does happen. You do get backlashes, and I kind of take advantage of being able to go with the less line so I can undo it fairly quickly. So let's see if I can get it out really quickly. You know, and that's the thing about these live streams is you get the mistakes and all. It's not just all the professional fishermen here. No, just a novice who likes to fish. And yep, you get the mistakes and everything when you live stream. No editing on this one, but I will edit this one in case you aren't able to stay the whole live stream. You can kind of check out the action that occurred. All right, let's get some of this greenery off here. Okay, all right, let's see if there's anyone else on the line here. What do we got? All right, yeah, all right, cool. Thanks for joining. This is a quick trip from the team. What we're doing is just ultralight bait casting, pond ultralight bait casting for some of these bass that are lurking in this particular pond that had some recent rain, so you can see the banks are overflowing, and we may have some opportunity to get some of these bass that may be lurking in the shallows here. All right, and the past, this one's is where it normally is, where that middle deal, so you can see how much it's ran over the bank. And this is the back pond, so it will drain fairly quickly back into the lower pond, or the main pond over there, where we caught a bass earlier. And yeah, there we go. It's dialed in nicely. Let's see if we can get another one. Sometimes I'll get a bass or two hanging out over here by the cypress knees. All right, so let's see if I can get that cast in that direction. Oh wait, I gotta go fast or I'm gonna get hooked on those cypress knees. All right, I'm gonna pop it over them. All right, whew, close, but no ghost. There we go. Yeah, I always hate getting hooked on those guys. Typically, I'll lose my lure after that if you get hooked onto them. Oh yeah. Okay, so normally there's about another 10, 15 feet from where that little post with the sign on it. That's where you cast or you toss your frisbee when you're out here playing frisbee golf. So you can see that the water has gone well over the banks. Okay, got some other folks here. How's the weather? Very nice, very nice. It's short sleeve weather with a slight wind. Little nippiness in the air, but not enough to keep me from putting on a jacket. I'm wearing short sleeves right now. It's about 70 degrees, and well, it's really nice. You can see that the wind is blowing, but not as much. I'd say about maybe five knots. And got a lot of folks out here. I've seen several other fishermen, but I've not seen them connecting. But so far we've gotten 2 bass and 1 missed fish, all on this copper-bladed rooster tail. Inline spinner, 1/16 ounce. And the gear I'm using, the Magic L from Handing. Got it off of Amazon. 4.5 foot rod on a flight feather kingfisher. Okay. All right, it's just yanking away, no problem. Okay. Now let's see if we get a fish on. Come on, Mr. Bass. Mr. Basilito. Okay. All right, let's pop it over that junk. Let's go walk the bank a little bit more. So yeah, it's definitely overrun the banks. About another day or two, it'll get down to normal, draining into the other ponds. Unless it does rain again, there may be some more rain in the forecast. I can't remember what I saw, but I thought someone had mentioned that. Okay, what else is going on? All right, okay, let's keep going. All right, let's go over here. Work this area that got flooded. Maybe there's one lurking like the other one in the flooded area. And maybe it's a bass just kind of waiting for something tasty to bite or to go by and swim by. Okay, there's a cast. Let me see, I get out that way. Okay, back out. Steady retrieve. There, oh, no. Yeah, I thought it was something, but it was a leaf. Yeah, all right. Woohoo! Got my blood going. Let's go back over here. Yeah, really nice. Got water over the banks. Ooh, even the feeder creek where I normally cross to the other side is flooded. So I may have to kind of play it by ear and go a little bit further upriver. All right, let's try here. See if somebody's lurking here in the flooded area. Okay, polarized glasses. I can see my lure going through the water. And let's just yank off to the left here now. Come on. So 2 bass and 1 missed hook set. Okay. I see something over here. Oh, it's a turtle. It's 2 turtle. Yeah, 2 turtle. God dang. Big shadow-like thing going by, and I was like, holy cow, is that a bass? It didn't look like, going too slow and had a different appearance, and sure enough, it's a turtle. Turtle. Okay. Yeah, this place has been normally really dry and shallow, so pretty cool getting to fish these areas again that normally have been really low and shallow. So maybe there's a bass or 2 hanging out. You see those signs on the water over there? That's normally on ground, so I give you an idea how high up the pond is. Let's go walk the bank again. All right. Okay, so 2 bass. And again, if you're not able to stay the whole live stream, I will get an edited version out, and it will cut out the slow parts, and sometimes it'll be more of a long form one if I get a bunch of hits. Other times it may be just a YouTube shorts if it's just some maybe onesie twosies. In this case right now it's a twosie. 2 bass. All right, okay, let's just kind of work it here. Talk to Miss Smalls. Okay. All right, let's go back this way. Oh, I'm getting an overrun. Let me go ahead and walk it out. All right, typically I'll get some slight overruns if I don't get a fish on and the spool lays on, or the line lays on the spool with not much tension. There is a tendency for you to start getting some overruns, and next thing you know, you may get a really bad backlash. So kind of a good idea every once in a while just to yank it out there and walk out the overrun. All right, what do we go? What do we got? How's the weather? Oh, okay, I answered that one. Okay. All right, let's go over here. We'll work this area now. Okay, like I was saying, normally those signs are on land. They're dry. They're not in the water. Right now they're in the water. So that gives you an idea how much this has been flooded out. Let's go out a little bit further. Maybe we might get something lurking over here. That feeder creek is overrun too, so I wonder if there may be a bass or two lurking over there. Had some really good success over the years in that feeder creek for little sunfish and little bluegill. Great for using them for live bait and whatnot. Especially when I'm using that bait finesse BFS Shimano, the Corrado, that one. That's the one that I plan on using for doing some live lining, casting some 3 to 4 inch mullet for some speckled trout under the lights down on the Texas coast. That's my plan for that one. That one's on a 7-foot ugly stick, and what was it? Yeah, Shimano Corrado BFS XG, and I'm using a high-vis 6-pound Stren mono for it. And I love that high-vis Stren mono because I am a line watcher. I like watching the line as I bring in the lure, and I'm watching as well as feeling. And a lot of times, especially if you're fishing like say a Senko, that line is your telltale to let you know that you got a fish on, because you'll see that line either slack up on you or run on you. And normally, if you can't see your line well with a lower visibility line, you may miss or be too late on that hook set. Oh, it's got some junk on that one. Took it through some junk there. All right, let's keep working the bank. All right, and these I don't stream for very long on one of these. The ones that I rebroadcast where I'm using my GoPro, and then I'll render the video and stream those, and that'll go for sometimes over an hour or two. But when I'm doing these from my phone, the most I get typically is just a little bit over an hour, because it does kill your battery when you do this. All right, oh, something moving over here in that shallow area. All right, let's, oh, I just seen something moving. Okay, let's see if I can get him to hit. He's right in that shallow area. I think it's a bass, just kind of working in this flooded area. I could see a little V-wake, and actually I see something kind of bubbling over here to my right now. Let's see. Oh, I see it. I see it. It looks like a turtle. That looks like a turtle. Okay, well, let's skip that. False alarm, false alarm. Okay. All right, and typically I can cross to the other side by jumping the feeder creek, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go further down. All right, so let's just kind of mosey our way down here, because I want to try casting into this feeder creek. I'm gonna stand off from the bank, mainly because I don't want to spook it. I don't want to spook anything. If I get too close, look right there, something just kind of ran. So it's a good sign. There's some fishies over here in the feeder creek. Let's see if we can get a cast or two in and maybe coax one to strike. Okay. All right. Normally it's fairly shallow, but since it's flooded over, I'd say it's maybe a foot or two deep, maybe. Oh, something just ran. Oh, he's looking at it. He's looking at it. There's two things looking at it, trailing right behind it. That'd be perfect for using, oh, there we go. Someone's chasing it. Come on. Come on. He came over there and chased it. I saw the V-wake. Okay. We got some little guys in the feeder creek. Let's see if I can get another one to come out and run at it. Okay. All right. Yeah, pretty cool. I like seeing that V-wake action. All right, he hit it. Oh, that one tapped it. Line went slack and he tapped it. All right. Let's see, how's it going? Okay. Hey, howdy, howdy. If anyone's just joining, just doing a little ultralight bait casting at the local pond, and right now I'm getting some action with some something kind of lurking here in the feeder creek that's flooded over from the recent rains. So let's kind of, oh, there's a leaf on that one. Let's recast that. Had a couple of V-wakes run up behind it, and I did see a couple of what looked like bigger fish just past the feeder creek area that looked like they may have been chasing something. So let's see if we could accommodate these fish and get them to strike on the, oh, there we go. Hooked into another leaf. Where is it? Okay. All right, let's try it again. I'm starting to get another overrun. Gonna have to cast this out and recast it. All right, let me go this way. Cast out this way. Okay, there's that overrun, so I'm gonna walk it out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, geez, I just snapped my line. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, I just snapped my line. Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's going to end the live stream unless I can find my lure. Wow. Okay, well, hey, gotta be careful. All right. Anyways, thanks for joining. Do stay tuned. I will get an edited version. Just mainly doing a little quick trip coming out to Bethany Lakes, fishing a, well, flooded pond, ultralight bait casting style. Got 2 bass this round, some nice, decent ones too. One that went from this handle up to here. So that's a pretty good size bass. But that said, appreciate y'all joining. Till next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.